Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video, and today I'm going to be going for Ultimate Champion on my other account, Legendary Pop. I already got Ultimate Champion on my SK555 account, did pretty well. As you can see, I've been doing pretty well with 3.0 on this account. I'm actually undefeated in the last, week or so. I genuinely have not lost a single ladder game, as you can see by my battle log. So I think my win rate's going to be pretty good so far. Let's see if we can continue the grind with 3.0 and get Ultimate Champion. It is a very tough meta for this deck right now, mainly because of the Monk and also the Phoenix, both being very dominant and overpowered. So I'm going to try my best, but found our first match against Palutin here. Going to start out with an Ice Spirit to start things out, and we do see a Barb Barrel. So could still be a bunch of things, doesn't really narrow it down that much. But yeah, I'm expecting to see a lot of Monk and Phoenix today because, again, those cards have been literally everywhere. I do see a Knight and Tombstone. This actually might be Splashyard without the Skeleton King. He has a Baby Dragon too, which is kind of amazing, honestly, because every single Splashyard player I've played against so far has had Skeleton King and Phoenix or Monk and Phoenix. So it's actually kind of crazy to see someone this high up with Knight and Baby Dragon, like the OG Splashyard version, which is quite respectable because obviously you're not using champions or any broken cards. So yeah, it should be a really good matchup for me as well, which is why I'm feeling pretty nice about this right now, because Xbow usually does very well against Splashyard, and so overall, I think I'm going to have quite a nice time here. Going to go for a log, and he goes for an Ice Wiz in the back. I think I do want to Fireball it. I kind of want to keep going in, but I think Fireballing is a better play just because it's guaranteed damage, and Ice Wiz does die to Fireball. He might go for Graveyard. He does. I really disagree with this Graveyard because he's not going to have enough for a poison. If he does poison, he loses, because I will go for an Xbow. He will be at 0 Elixir. So as you can see, he just does not defend. I'm actually just going to go for an Xbow anyways in the opposite lane. That way he's not going to be able to defend both my Knight and Archers and my Xbow, or rather both sides, because I technically listed 3 things there. So yeah, this is going to be a lock, I'm pretty sure. I can't really kill the Baby Dragon, sadly. Baby Dragon requires a lot of overcommitment if you want to defend your Xbow. But I'm going to go for skeletons like this. Notice the skeleton's placement, and that will actually tank 2 hits of the Baby Dragon, as you can see. So they split up, and I only take 1 Baby Dragon hit for 2 Elixir. So that's a nice +2 Elixir trade. Very nice micro play, and take note of that placement where you can place skeletons by the corner of your towers and make them split against a Baby Dragon. So very nice little play there. Gonna Fireball the Ice Wiz again, even though it's not in the lane I want to go for. Might as well just take it, and in this matchup you actually do want to be switching lanes quite a bit, so I'm going to definitely make use of that because I usually want to go for Xbows in the lane that they don't want to poison. He goes for a Naked Graveyard. I really don't know what's up with that. Graveyard poison. I think I'm going to go in right here. I have a Tesla on the board. I'm going to log the Graveyard just to make sure I don't take any incidental chip there, and Tesla for this Baby Dragon. He does not have a poison anytime soon because he just went Graveyard poison, so this should actually be a pretty solid push. Tombstone comes down. I'm tempted to Fireball, but I think I think I will. I was going to consider not fireballing, but I feel like this Xbow is pretty much dead anyways. Might as well just get the guaranteed tower damage. Log will make a little bit more room for my Xbow to get a couple of bolts in there. That's going to be another nice connection there. Going to go for Xbow. He goes for a Baby Dragon Graveyard. Quite aggressive. Going to distract the Baby Dragon for quite a while with my cycle cards. And then Log. I'm actually taking quite a bit of damage, so maybe that was an ill-timed Xbow. Knight does block the Ice Wiz, thankfully. I think I am going to go Archers too. Skeletons catch the Barb Barrel, and they sadly got down a little bit late, but we should see a poison forced out here. Baby Dragon comes down. That's going to be a lock though, so I do get my damage back, which is nice. So yeah, I guess because I didn't really have Tesla and Cycle or the right Elixir to go for it, the Baby Dragon just caused a lot of trouble for my tower in that instance. But now we can go for another Xbow. Poison is forced out this time, and I can Fireball the Tombstone, I think. I'm just going to let the Xbow die and take the guaranteed damage with the Fireball because that's going to put me even further in the lead. I think that's going to be a better situation overall. Now he doesn't even have poison, so he can't Graveyard for a while. He's going to Graveyard anyways, which is interesting. I mean, I don't think he has poison back in Cycle, does he? Yeah, he literally doesn't, so I don't know what that was about. Okay, he does. Then why didn't he go for it earlier on? I don't know, but that's pretty much perfect defense. Going to Xbow. If I waited a bit, I would have Fireballed the Tombstone, but I guess decent Tombstone on his end. I'm not going to Fireball it this time. I think I want to Fireball like a Knight or Ice Wiz. So he does go Knight up high. I think that's actually a decent Fireball in its own right because I hit the Skeletons, the Knight, and the Baby Dragon. That's going to be a lock. Going to catch this Barb Barrel correctly this time. Skeletons as well, and that should be good game. I mean, I can pretty much ignore the Baby Dragon. Tesla for the right side. Knight to bridge block the Ice Wiz. In general, in this matchup, once you hit triple Elixir and you're pretty much just defending and spell cycling, you can start to bridge block the Graveyard tank so that they can't actually get much of a push going. I'm going to stack Teslas here, and all I need to do is get back to a new Fireball for his tower, so that is going to be game. Very good matchup, and pretty nice match, other than that one connection that he got with the Baby Dragon Graveyard, where I kind of didn't defend it very well. But yeah, he tried his best, and that is still a really good matchup for me. Although Knight doesn't make it a hard counter like 100-0, Knight means he has a pretty fast cycle, so if he plays it well, it's not going to be that easy, but still, very nice matchup, very nice win for the first game of the video. Alright guys, so we are looking for the next match as we found it against IDN. So yeah, it would actually be kind of crazy to get an undefeated video today because I know my win rate is super high right now. I actually don't remember the last time I lost, and I'm not trying to brag or anything, but genuinely, I showed you my entire battle log, and I just have not lost in like the last week on ladder, and all with 3.0 as well, so I'm actually really proud of this so far, so hopefully I can keep it up. Kind of nervous now with that on my shoulders, but we do see the Phoenix in the back. Gonna go for an Xbow. He has a level 12 Phoenix and RG. Okay, so it's gonna be RG Cycle because he has Ice Spirit and Goblins. Kind of weird, but at least the Phoenix is level 12, so even though Phoenix is overpowered, level 12 isn't that big of a deal, I guess. I mean, it should die pretty quickly. I'm gonna Ice Spirit just to make sure it doesn't get any chip. But yeah, level 12 should not be too threatening. Royal Delivery. Okay, I don't know what that's doing in this deck. Royal Giant Cycle with Royal Delivery. I have not seen that, I think, ever. I mean, I have actually seen that. That was like literally 2 years ago, back when COVID started, because I remember that's when Royal Giant started becoming broken. It was the Royal Giant Firecracker Goblin Cage Royal Delivery deck with Earthquake, if you guys remember that, if you used to play back at that time. But it was actually around that time that we started playing 3.0 Xbow Cycle instead of 2.9 Xbow Cycle with Ice Golem. Because Royal Giant was so overpowered, you needed that Knight to counterattack instead of Ice Golem just stalling out and not actually counterattacking. So, gonna Fireball the Zappies. Didn't get an Archer hit, unfortunately, but I think it's worth it. So, he probably has a Fireball of his own. But him having Delivery helped me out a lot because, yeah, there's the Fireball. He just naked Fireballs my tower. I'm fine with that. But yeah, him having Delivery really helps me out a lot because it's like one of the only times where Delivery doesn't really get any value. Like against 3.0 Xbow Cycle, like you could, I guess, go Delivery against like a Knight plus Archer counter push or Archers or something like that. But I mean, Xbow's mostly played on my own side, so he's not really going to get much value out of it, and it's kind of a dead card in this matchup for the most part, so it's actually quite good for me. Anyway, I'm just going to keep setting up with these center Teslas, kind of how you want to play the RG matchup and wait for them to overcommit, because if you just go in, they're just going to RG as you saw at the start, and it's not going to do anything. I'm going to Fireball the 2 Goblins, and then go in ASAP because he just went RG in the back. Ideally, I would have just gone Xbow without going for a Fireball, because I kind of just spent 4 Elixir for nothing, but I didn't expect him to RG in the back, so yeah, still Xbow though. I think he's going to go RG now. I think he should be back, especially after those Goblins he's back. So I have to defend 2 RGs right now. I'm going to go Tesla in the middle, and then I think I want to go Archers on the right for the RG in the right, and I probably have to get an Ice Spirit on it too. He does Fireball, so I'm going to have to go Knight plus Log to knock the RG back, and then Skeletons to DPS. I should only take 1 RG hit, and yeah, 1 hit isn't that bad because that's my healthier side tower, so I'm totally fine. And this is actually going to be an okay matchup, even though he has Phoenix, which is broken. It is level 12, which is a huge difference again. And I think I want to Fireball the 1 Zappy, even though it's not optimal. I just want the Fireball damage, because again, I'm not really going to get damage. And last time I went in, okay, he predicts me to go in. That is perfect, because that kind of gave me a free Fireball, because I already had a Tesla up and I Fireballed nothing. He kind of just went Phoenix Ice Spirit into nothing, because I didn't Xbow. So it was a decent prediction on his end. I was considering it, but I actually thought about it and felt like it wasn't worth it, so I genuinely just kind of outplayed him, I guess, by not going for the offensive Xbow, because he kind of thought I would go in, so I kind of thought 2 steps ahead, I guess. I don't know, but just going to Fireball again. He RGs the back in my lane this time, so I'm going to go for defensive Xbow this time in the left, anti-Fireball to my right side tower, because I do not want him to be hitting that with a Fireball, because it's my lower HP tower, of course, and we should pretty much have this one in the bag. I mean, he does have RG Cycle, because he has Ice Spirit Goblins, but it's still not that great of a cycle, because he also has Royal Delivery, which is kind of just a clunky card. Like, it doesn't get him any value, so you can see that he's basically not playing it at all. So he's just kind of sitting with 1 dead card in his deck. Gonna Ice Spirit on the RG, and I don't think I have to log. Okay, I'm gonna log just in case, but I wish. Actually, maybe I should have logged earlier and hit the Phoenix Egg, because Phoenix respawning is annoying, but then again, it's only level 12, so those Archers put in quite a lot of work really easily. Now we don't even need to Naked Fireball. I could Fireball that Phoenix, but I think I'm just gonna play it safe and defensive Expo, because I'm up like 800 HP right now pretty much, so there's really no need. Even if he Fireballs me 3 times, he's still not going to be up in damage, so I can really just chill out and do whatever I want right here. And just Log Cycle. I'm going to Fireball that. That's Zappies, RG, and the Phoenix. I missed 1 Zappy, but it's all good. Egg's going to get taken out. Knight Ice Spirit back to a new Tesla. And this is pretty much bread and butter how you want to defend RG. He does a pretty decent fireball on my Tesla, but I was ready for it with my log on the RG, and I'm going to defensive Xbow. He does not have fireball and cycle, so that is pretty much the end of the game. He might even take one night hit. Okay, he doesn't, but yeah, going to go for a Tesla like really high up, so he can't hit my Xbow plus Tesla together. He does fireball my tower, but that's going to be GG. Log fireball will seal the deal and put me at a pretty nice damage lead, so he gives the Golem facepalm. But yeah, pretty nice win. Again, RG Cycle is annoying, but he did not have Monk, which is huge, and Phoenix was only level 12. It would have been a lot harder if it was a max level Phoenix, of course. But yeah, it just goes to show how broken Phoenix is, that even level 12 Phoenixes are this high up in Royal Champion. So yeah, kind of ridiculous, but very interesting deck, and I will definitely take it. I mean, quite a welcome matchup for me. So 2 wins in a row. Let's try and keep the win streak going. Alright guys, so we're looking for the next match, and we found it against Charabas with the accented A's from Brazil, so let's see what he's going to be running today. Again, I'm wholeheartedly expecting to face a lot of Phoenix today, maybe Monk as well, but Phoenix is definitely more popular because it's easier to max, being a legendary card. Even though legendaries are hard, champions are obviously way harder to max, and you basically need to spend a lot of money. Like, you need to buy multiple pass royales to max them, so yeah, I'm gonna fireball the Ewiz though. I could log as well, but I feel like it's a bit aggressive. It should die to the knight anyways. If not, it'll die on my side. P.E.K.K.A the back, so just gonna Xbow opposite lane instantly. Hover skeletons in case he goes like bandit or something. Okay, Phoenix, I'm gonna go archers and skeletons for it, and this kind of sucks because I never know the timing to get the Phoenix on my Xbow on my side of the map, and I still do defend the Phoenix with decent HP left on my Xbow, so I do get quite a nice lock. Now I have to defend this P.E.K.K.A ghost push, which is going to be tricky though. I think I want to go for a knight, and I think I want to protect my Tesla, because even though I would rather have my knight stay alive, I think protecting the Tesla is way more important. Goes for a ram. I think I want to log to knock it back, and then I think I have to go archers, because skeletons would just die to the ram rider's snare. They each get one shot. So I think archers are necessary here. So even though I kind of took a lot of damage, I think that was still the optimal play, and I still ended up coming out ahead in that interaction. I mean, he has a log in here. That's weird. Like, bridge spam decks never run log, except for one of my real life friends who plays bridge spam, plays log in all his decks instead of like zap or snowball like you're supposed to, or even barb barrel. He just loves logs and he hates log bait. So kind of reminded me of that. But yeah, it's still very unconventional to see log in bridge spam. We do see the Phoenix in the back just going to Tesla. So this is going to be P.E.K.K.A Ram Rider with the Phoenix in there. Not too surprising. Again, literally everyone is playing Phoenix right now, so it's just finding its way into every single deck. I think I do want to go for a knight, and he does go Ram Rider, so pretty decent knight actually. Gonna log to try and take the egg out, and it does get taken out perfect. I think I can Xbow because he was pretty aggressive there. Gonna Ice Spirit to make sure I don't take a charge. Okay, I still took a charge. Oh my god. I kind of have to get something done here. Gonna let this Xbow die, because I definitely don't have enough Elixir to support it, but I could maybe go Knight Xbow, especially after that poison. I think I definitely want to go in here. So I think I want to go Tesla at the bridge and then cycle back to my Xbow, and he should be very low in Elixir, or at least have a very bad cycle, because no P.E.K.K.A, nor does he have poison right now. Gonna log, reset the ram charge. This should definitely be a lock, especially after that log. And wow, Ram Rider does jump the river and try and get to my Tesla, but that jump meant that my Xbow retargeted onto his tower, so very lucky situation for me, very serendipitous you could say. Gonna go for a Tesla in the middle, and that should be a good game. So had kind of a scare there against the Ram Rider charging. I should have gone Ice Spirit sooner, I guess, just reacted a bit late. I didn't think I would need to, but yeah, just gonna be able to defend this out, and Ice Spirit to make sure I don't take another charge. Tesla just to be 100% sure, because I do not want to choke, and I want to keep my win rate intact. So yeah, that is going to be a great win against Ram Rider Phoenix. Pretty nice win there, and that should be 3 in a row now, I think. So I think that puts me 2 away from Ultimate Champion. Let me check. Okay, yeah, just some funny clan messages, but yeah, okay, 2 wins away now, I believe, so let's keep the push going. Alright guys, we found the next match against @SubT. Not sure how to pronounce that name. There are a lot of T's there, but gonna give him the good luck here as he gives it back. Let's get in for a good match here. Ice Spirit to start things out. You see a bandit, so maybe another bridge spam matchup. He is in Issei's clan as well. Issei is like one of the best P.E.K.K.A Ram Rider players in the world, if not the best. He finishes like top 50, top 100 quite consistently with P.E.K.K.A Ram Rider triple spells with lightning. So my opponent does have a Phoenix again. It's not too surprising. Everyone is playing Phoenix. I think I've gone against like 3 Phoenixes today already so far, or something. Yeah, the RG one, this one, and then the one before this. So yeah, 3 Phoenixes already out of like 4 games, I think. But yeah, just gonna go for an Xbow. He does go Snowball, so I think it is gonna be P.E.K.K.A Ramrider, maybe Issei's deck. But he subbed out the Baby Dragon for the Phoenix, which is totally understandable because I mean Phoenix is overpowered. Everyone has been making that substitution, so it's not surprising at all. Gonna go Archers and Log, and I might actually be able to get a lock here because Tesla is DPSing that P.E.K.K.A down big time. Gonna go Skeletons to protect my Xbow. He does not have Snowball and Cycle right now. He does go Barb Barrel, sadly I don't have anything to catch that, but yeah, nice connection. He didn't have Snowball for my Skeletons there, which would have been very useful, because he did just cycle a Snowball on my tower, so that was a very nice sequence there, and that's going to put me at an early damage lead, so I did outcycle the P.E.K.K.A right now. I could maybe go in and find out if he has like a lightning or something. I think I want to. Kind of makes sense based on my hand anyways. That would be like the best play. So just going to go for the Xbow. Let's see. Okay, Ramrider. Going to go for a Tesla. I really love this play. Let's see if it works. Okay, Phoenix is going to work. As you can see, my Xbow retargets onto the tower. I love this play. Basically forcing the Ramrider to jump the river and making the Xbow retarget. So that's just going to put me in a 2,000 damage lead early on, which is huge. I don't think he has Barb Barrel and Cycle, but he's probably going to just snowball these Archers. Yeah, he does. So that's fine. Doesn't go Bandit. I think Bandit might have been better because it would have forced out a counter push, but at the same time, would have just been able to go like Skeletons on it to get a +2, so who knows. Gonna go Log, and then he doesn't have Snowball and Cycle now because he just used it, so I can go Skeletons without having to worry about anything. And he goes P.E.K.K.A on the back, so this is kind of annoying. I don't want to go in because his left side tower is completely untouched, and I don't really want to go in the left, so I think I'm just going to get ready for full defense here. So gonna log the Ramrider. He's definitely gonna Lightning here, I think. Yeah, there it is. Gonna Ice Spirit for the Ram, get back to his second Tesla, and then I might have to Fireball. Okay, Ramrider thankfully does retarget, so I don't think I have to Fireball. Archers will do a pretty good job, and Snowball does actually not take that out. Wow, look at that Archer. That's like 1 HP. I think that's like a Ramrider Snare plus a Snowball. That is interesting, but I don't think I want to go in. He has Barb Barrel, I think, so he's probably just going to be able to Barb Barrel everything. And he does go Ramrider, so if I did Expo, it would have been right into a Ramrider and probably a P.E.K.K.A at the bridge, so it would have been a bad play. Going to go in for an Expo now, just pressure, I guess, because, I don't know, like, defense Expo is a bit slow. I could go for it, but it doesn't really give me much initiative. It does go E-Wiz, Barb Barrel, just going to go Skeletons to catch the Barb Barrel. Actually messed that up, so that is bad. I do have to defend this P.E.K.K.A, though. Going to go for Tesla. Oops, I accidentally misclicked it, but it should be okay. Just going to protect my Tesla. I think I don't have to go second pair of Archers there. I can actually go in. I did outcycle his P.E.K.K.A right now, I believe. Or maybe not, because he went P.E.K.K.A really early on. Yeah, I didn't outcycle it, but at least I have a pretty good initiative. Going to go Archers, Ice Spirit to catch the Barb Barrel. This time I did catch it successfully. And then I can go Knight to block, and maybe Fireball the E-Wiz. Okay, don't have enough Elixir in time, so I'm going to log instead. Going to let the Expo die, but at least I'm cycling constantly and still keeping him on his feet, basically. Or on his toes, rather. Gonna go for Archers for the E-Wiz. Might have been overcommitment, actually. Hopefully I don't get punished too hard for that. But just wanted to be very safe. Gonna go for a Tesla all the way to the side. Ice Spirit to reset the Ramrider charge. Wow, it actually ignores the Tesla. That is unfortunate. I think I'm gonna have to go for a Knight here. It does get 1 hit on the tower, but only 1 is fine. Gonna go for defense Expo now. We saw how it went last time. He just went E-Wiz Barb Barrel, fully countered my Expo and forced me to overcommit, so the only Expo opposite is usually good, but it's not that great in this situation where left side tower is perfectly healthy anyway, so I don't really need to go in. Gonna go Knight to protect my Tesla. You basically always want to be protecting your Teslas in these matchups. Gonna Fireball the Egg plus the Ramrider and everything, and that is an insanely high value Fireball. I was about to go in, but I realized he's probably gonna P.E.K.K.A the back or something like that. Yeah, so Expo on the left is actually a better play. E-Wiz comes down. Gonna Archers to snipe it, Skeletons for the Bandit, and just Ice Spirit. I'm actually going in right here in the left, and I'm trying to pressure quite a lot, just to force Elixir out and prevent him from building up a big push. So that's kind of my thought process there. And then I can just defend the P.E.K.K.A very easily, as you can see. Skeletons for the Phoenix, Ice Spirit as well. Wow, Bandit actually ignores my Skeletons and goes straight to my Archers, so not what I wanted, but gonna log. Wow, Ramrider actually just chose to ignore my log. That was kind of rude. But I'm just going to be able to defend anyways with the Ice Spirit to reset. And then Fireball, that's going to be GG's. Very nice single Elixir punish of this P.E.K.K.A Ramrider Lightning deck. So yeah, I'm going to give him the good luck as well. Wish him luck in his future matches. So that is how you beat P.E.K.K.A Ramrider, even with a new meta Phoenix and with a Lightning, which makes it harder than P.E.K.K.A Bridge Spam with Poison. But we were able to get the job done, so that is going to be one step away from Ultimate Champion now. I think I don't even want to wait. I'm just going to go right back into the next match. So let's go and let's try and get Ultimate Champion. So I surprisingly haven't really faced much Monk today as we find our match against Bum Diddy Bum. Hopefully this is the final match, kind of a funny name, but let's see. Again, yeah, I haven't really faced any Monk, which I'm kind of surprised by because I've seen it literally dominating the meta. I guess it's mostly grand challenges again because it's kind of tough to max a Monk this early on. I think it's still the first season, so do see an Eggsy in the back, gonna go for an Xbow right away, opposite lane. Let's go for a Valk, gonna kite it over with skeletons, then go for a Knight 2. Hopefully Knight protects my Xbow. Okay, sadly it doesn't, so Valk does get 2 swings on. Would have been kind of nice if it didn't, but sadly it kind of did. But still, this Knight plus Archers does have to get responded to, and he does go Minions, so I don't know what this deck is, to be honest. Executioner, Valk, Lumberjack, Minions, like, this really feels like a mid-ladder deck. Like, there isn't really a better way to describe it. I guess I'm just going to split Archers again. Don't want to cycle Log, because I might have an Xbow initiative coming up, in case he, like, cycles something in the back, and I'm unable to punish if I go for a Log. So going to go for an Xbow anyways. He's leaking right now, so just going to go for it, and let's find out. Okay, P.E.K.K.A. So, gonna protect this Xbow still. I think I should be okay. Gonna Knight instantly. He does have a Zap. Gonna Ice Spirit 2. And then I think I have to Log to keep the Xbow alive. And we do actually get a lock. So I'm down quite a bit of Elixir. But I do get the lock that I wanted. So he does go Eggsy. I think I'm going to try and surround it with Archers if I can. Don't have the best hand against this right now. I don't think it's possible, though. So I'm going to go, and okay, yeah, sadly, both Archers kind of get destroyed. So I'm going to take 1 Eggsy hit on my tower. Hopefully not 2. Okay, nice. So still definitely a net positive trade for me. I mean, I'm up 1,000 HP right now, and I really don't know what this is. I mean, P.E.K.K.A, Valk, Eggsy, he has a Zap as well, right? I think, anyway. Okay, Lumberjack Hog. Gonna go Tesla, Skeleton, cycle back to my Knight, and then Knight ASAP. And even Ice Spirit to protect. Yeah, he does go Minion, so really good thing I went for that Ice Spirit there. Keeping my Tesla alive, as you can see. Knight kind of got shredded by the Minion, so if I didn't do that, my Tesla would have died, and then I would have been in a lot of trouble. So I just kind of anticipated him to go in, like, with his entire Elixir bar, because he knew he was up Elixir, so that's why I kind of over-defended in advance, and it actually worked out very nicely. So gonna go for an Xbow. Actually gonna Tesla because I realized that, because normally when they go for a Valk, they have like no other great tank for the Xbow, but I remembered that he has like Eggsy and P.E.K.K.A. Now that Valk and Eggsy are out, I think it's worth going for an Xbow, and he does zap my skeletons away, which is fine though, because that's still an overcommitment. I mean, 7 Elixir plus 2 with the zap is 9, and then Xbow skeleton is only 7, so still forced him to overcommit, and I'm going to go for a Tesla to protect my Archers here against the Executioner. Ice Spirit for the Hog, Log as well, and I do have to let my Archers go, I guess, sadly. Wow, Goblin Gang. Okay, gonna Knight, and then I don't think I have to Archers. I'm going to go Skeletons instead, just to distract them for a bit. But yeah, this is a very wild deck right now. I think I don't really want to take my chances going in too often. I'm probably just going to Defensive Expo now and chill. Haven't really seen a big spell out of him. He already has Zap, and I think he's revealed like 6 or 7 cards so far. That is a very tempting Fireball, but I think I'm not going to take it just because I do want to full defend, and I know he has Minions again, so if he goes Minions or something, I can Fireball then. Right now, I'm definitely going to take this Fireball on the Hog, plus the P.E.K.K.A. Missed the Lumberjack, but it's fine. Basically just wanted to keep my Tesla alive. Ice Spirit to protect my Archers, Log to protect my Archers as well, and that is pretty much a perfect defense. I mean, I overspent a little bit, but I'm definitely getting into the rhythm now of his pushes and just being able to defend everything. Gonna pre-Tesla in case he goes Hog. Just go Gang, gonna Knight to protect the Tesla, and yeah, this is pretty much just becoming a game of full defense, and I don't think there's any other way it can be, because he has too many mini-tanks. I mean, this is the definition of, like, mid-ladder, right? Like, this is not a meta deck, this is so weird. Valk, Executioner, P.E.K.K.A, like, you can't really break through that, and it's not always easy to, so sometimes you just have to fully defend. Ice Spirit will hold the Hog in place, though, keep the Tesla alive. Doesn't even get a hit, so Tesla will actually help out against this gang, and I can just continue the defensive Xbows. Notice my placement of the building, so this Xbow is kind of lower down than you'd expect, and that's so I can still get a center Tesla in the middle for the Hog in the optimal placement. Just gonna pre-Tesla again. I think I might want to take that Fireball actually, even though it is a bit expensive. It's quite a bit of value, and it's just cementing my lead. Okay, accidentally hit something, but I'm gonna go for a Log, and then Ice Spirit to protect my Archers. Looks like he's going in on the right, but it's fine. Still just gonna protect my Xbow. Very high value Log there, and gonna second Fireball here. Gonna take the Eggsy out, and then pretty much take the P.E.K.K.A out as well. Kite this Valk over to the middle, Knight, Log the Goblin Gang, and that is pretty much going to be a good game. I don't see any way he breaks through. Actually, maybe I spoke a bit too soon. I do have to get a Tesla down last second. Please get down. Oh my god. Okay, thankfully we got it down. Even though it's a Raging Hog, I think it won't only get, or I think it won't get any hits if at max 1. And he does give the Angry Prince. That's going to be a good game. Let's go. Gonna be Ultimate Champion. I'm really happy, but I want to see what my win rate is again, because I know it's gonna be very good. I just don't know how good it's gonna be. Like, I know the best Xbow win rates recently have been like 95, 96% by Aragon, but I want to see if I can get up there too. So let's find out what my win rate's gonna be. Very nice win though against a very weird mid-ladder type deck, and let's take a look. Oh my god, okay, 94%, that is insane. As you can see, 1952 rating, which is almost the highest possible rating you can ever get. I'm definitely going to screenshot that, and 1952 is only 48 away from 2000, so I think it's basically for every 1% you get 8 rating points, I think, because I'm missing 6%. 6 times 8 is 48, and yeah, 1952 is insane. So I'm actually rank 1,373 in the world, even though I pushed to Ultimate Champion after like 12 days of the season already. So even though I pushed kind of late, I still did very well, and I'm so happy. 94% is insane, to be honest. Like, I think this is the best 3.0 Xbow Cycle win rate to ever exist. I know Aragon got 95 with Queen Bow and 96 with Ice Bow, but no one got this much with 3.0 Xbow Cycle, like the classic Xbow Cycle deck. And as you can see by my battle log, I've just been kind of undefeated, so I'm actually so happy right now, kind of ecstatic, and I just can't believe it. I mean, the world record for 3.0 Xbow Cycle win rate means so much to me because I'm so passionate about this deck, so let's go. I'm going to share that with my clan for sure. 94% is incredible. Let's go. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely going to be a very nice ladder push. Again, the best 3.0 Xbow Cycle win rate to exist right now, so let's go. Rank 1,373 global. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, and I will see you in the next one. Alright guys, so I've actually finished recording the main video, but I saw a bunch of you guys commented on my community post asking for replays against some of the decks that you saw in my battle log. So I'm going to show you guys 2 replays that you requested for, just because I kind of want to give you guys what you want. So this first game is going to be really ridiculous. E-Giant recruits Mega Knight, as you can see in his hand. So what is this deck? Going to go for an Xbow right away because he goes recruits in the back, and I'm kind of waiting for fireball bait like Royal Hogs or a Flying Machine, because that's usually what you see when you see recruits. But he goes to E-Giant at the bridge, and I'm just like flabbergasted at this point, so I obviously have to get back to a Tesla for that. So do get back. I accidentally misplaced it 1 tile too low, so E-Giant doesn't even get kited by it. So I'm kind of in trouble right here, actually. He even fireballs my Tesla off. I do have to go archers, but as you can see, I kind of panicked and played them right into the E-Giant radius, so that is very bad. I do have to log this off ASAP, and Knight just barely helps out, so I do actually end up walking away with the damage lead in this match. So basically just went recruits first play, and that is just so dumb, but I guess it worked out. If I played the Tesla correctly, it's hard to say if that would have been better or about the same. I think a bit better, but not too much better, because, I mean, Tesla would have died by the E-Giant taking it out. With its reflect damage, and he goes Mega Knight, so at this point I'm just like, what even is this? And then Balloon, like, what is this deck? Seriously, go for a Tesla though. As you can see, I kind of time it quite late to target the Balloon first, and then I fireball the Balloon back to keep the Tesla alive. Really, really nice play, and that's what you want to do when your tower is targeting something else, like in this case the Mega Knight, or even against Lava Hound decks where they go Lava Loon and you go Tesla late for the Balloon. You want to fireball it back to keep the Tesla alive, and that is just a very nice play overall. So because of that trick, I was able to defend. As you can see, he has E-Giant hovered. He goes E-Giant at the bridge, and at this point I'm thinking, like, do I go Archer's Knight? I realize Tesla's too far out of cycle, so I just go for defensive Xbow, honestly, and then Knight to DPS the E-Giant down ASAP. He fireballs my Xbow and misses my tower, I think, even though that Xbow was in fireball range. I logged to make sure I didn't take any reflection damage. At this point I'm just laughing, because I mean, what is this deck? Like, recruits Mega Knight, E-Giant, Sparky, Balloon. This is like the stupidest deck I've ever seen, and he's in Royal Champion with this deck, mind you, so I don't know what to say. Like, I've seen it all, but I go for an Xbow predicting him to go like something in front of the Sparky. Sadly, he does just react with the recruits, but that means he won't have enough for a Mega Knight for quite a while at least. So all the recruits on the left get taken out. I think I go Knight to protect my Xbow, and then just try and go for like a cycle card in the Sparky to help the Tesla take it out. So yeah, push the Sparky into the Tesla, and does go Balloon, but I go Archers, and then I think I Xbow right away to pull the Balloon up. Okay, no, I wait for it to die, and then go Xbow. And he goes E-Giant, sadly, so I kind of felt like I had to go for that Xbow, even though I knew he would probably have E-Giant or MK back, just because I had like 4 Archers on the board at that time, so just pressuring. And log cycling all the time, because I just kind of want to whittle him down. I'm not really getting any chip damage whatsoever, so this is pretty much my main source of damage at this point. Defensive Expo now, I think it's the first proper defensive Xbow of the match. I mean, I once went for one against the E-Giant, but that was mostly because I had no choice. This is like a proper defensive Xbow, like at a correct timing, instead of just being like a last second thing. And I'm fine letting my Xbow kind of die, actually, and then I go for a Tesla. Thankfully, Mega Knight just barely doesn't get a hit. Would have been kind of sad if it did. And then he's, as you can see, he has E-Giant hovered, so he's literally just baiting out my Teslas with these balloons. Then going E-Giant at the bridge, which is so scummy, but I do go for an Xbow, and I learned from my lesson last time. I learned from my mistake, I guess, learned a lesson, and Xbow all the way up high, so he can't fireball my tower plus the Xbow. He does fireball the Xbow anyways, but as you can see, he hasn't really gotten any damage on my tower, so I'm actually just perfectly defending this E-Giant Mega Knight recruits menace right now. And I'm just pretty much getting ready to defend. So Tesla over here for the balloon. I lightly defend the recruits on the right, but I'm fine taking some chip. They actually do get kited over. And I'm already back to a second Tesla in one card, so I just get back to it right now for this balloon, and then fireball the balloon back again, the trick I was talking about to keep the Tesla alive against the balloon. Doesn't get a hit, which is very clutch, because it means the Tesla will stay alive to help out against this E-Giant. I do go archers instantly to DPS down the E-Giant, and Tesla does not actually pop up, but I think it does at the very end to help it out. Okay, anyways, I go for a second Tesla just to make sure. But yeah, this is pretty much the final defense right now, 30 seconds, so pretty much the last sequence going in. I'm already back to another Tesla, so as you can see, it's just Tesla City right now. I guess you could call me Elon Musk, but I just fireball everything back, keep the balloon at bay, and that's pretty much going to be a good game. I mean, he goes for an E-Giant, but I can get back to yet another Tesla, which I do, so I'm literally just spamming Teslas at this point, because that's pretty much what you have to do. I mean, if he has 50,000 win cons, what else do you do other than just stack multiple Teslas? Defensive Xbows aren't really worth it, because they can be helpful, but if you have to go for it like right in the moment, it doesn't get the value of 6 Elixir, in my opinion. So, yeah, I BM him because, I mean, he's playing E-Giant recruits Mega Knight. Why else, or why would I not BM? But yeah, that is the first replay. Let us move on to the second one. Alright guys, so moving on here in this replay against E-Golem Phoenix Rage. Quite a few people asked me how did I beat E-Golem, so I decided to include it in the video. As you can see, he has a Rage, he has a Battle Healer, he even has an Ice Spirit to cycle things just to rub salt in the wound. Like, that's very annoying to see. Also, by the way, these replays are a level 11 for some reason. It's kind of glitched, but I mean, it's still the same match. Thankfully, none of these replays got bugged. There's a replay bug going on that actually changes the outcome of replays and, like, just glitches out, but hopefully it doesn't happen to this one. It didn't happen for the E-Giant one, so I go for an Xbow right now just because I'm feeling kind of aggressive, I guess, and he does thankfully go for an E-Golem into it. So if you went, like, E-Golem in front of the healer and went all in, I might have lost, actually, but thankfully he just errs on the side of caution and tries to defend, so I just let the Xbow die and log the blobs. This is something you really want to do against E-Golem. You want to log the blob at a perfect timing. I actually messed it up right as I'm talking about it, but basically you want to log the second stage blob when it's under half HP, so that the new blobs that spawn already get logged as well. And right here I go for an Xbow. As you can see, his hand is absolutely terrible, so he does go Battle Healer. He is back to an Elixir Golem in front. I don't know if he goes for one or if he goes for like a Fireball or something. He does go Fireball, so I do protect my Xbow with skeletons, and I think I get a lock. I logged to make sure as well, and I do get a connection. So pretty much just outcycled his E-Golem in single, or rather outcycled his E-Drag, which is like a big Xbow counter. So even though you normally don't want to go in against E-Golem, which I would recommend you guys don't, in this situation I did, and it worked out pretty well actually, so I do get a pretty nice lead. I don't know how much it actually was in terms of a damage lead, because right here it's 1000 HP, but I don't know if it was bigger or like worse in the real match. Obviously it was bigger, but I don't know how much bigger it was, or if it was just around 1k anyways. But I think they scale this replay damage back for like tower HPs and stuff. But here he goes in for a huge push. I still don't really get why these glitches happen, like the level 11 replay glitch, but I guess it's okay. He goes for a very aggressive fireball there. This is the perfect log timing. You can see, okay, no, it's not. I actually messed it up again, but I tried to go for it, basically. So he goes Eagle in the back. I go for an Xbow because I have archers counter pushing, and they will help out against, or not really counter pushing, but countering on the right, I guess. So they will kind of help out against the E-Golem. And he just goes E-Drag, which means I do get a ton of chips. And now I just have to fully defend this E-Golem on the right, and I will be golden for the rest of this match. I do go for archers, and here he gets them the second E-Golem, fireball the second stage blob, log everything back, and get back. I actually activated King with an Ice Spirit in the middle of all of that, which is actually pretty impressive in my opinion, because while you're focusing on defending an onslaught of E-Golem pushes in the right, To activate King off an E-Drag, like, in the rhythm on the left is kind of impressive in my opinion, but obviously the King activation is going to be very helpful against future defenses, and as you can see, I'm just kind of playing this game at my pace. Like, I'm going in, I'm forcing him to defend my Xbows, and I'm also defending his pushes pretty much perfectly, even though I'm not really logging at the right times like I talked about. This time I think I get it. Yeah, as you can see, the new blob spawn with no HP pretty much, so really nice log timing there. Tesla takes care of their reborn Phoenix, and he goes Battle Healer Phoenix. Knight Archers will do a pretty good job, and he has to go E-Golem here, and he NATOs them away, but does not actually defend the Expo, so that's going to be game. I just protect it and make sure to take the tower. When I'm BMing him, because, I mean, he plays E-Golem, I kind of have to, right? But, yeah, very nice win against E-Golem Phoenix spam, and that is going to be the 2 bonus replays. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this bonus little segment to the video. Again, best 3.0 Expo win rate to exist. Very proud of it. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.